Hello and welcome to Reviewing Till the End, where I review a game till the end to see how well a game holds up in today's standards. I decided to revamp my channel from a Let's Play channel, even though there was no commentary for that matter, into something with more effort put into. In honor of this new change, I decided to make a review series on the Mario Kart series, calling this the Extensive Mario Kart Retrospective, where I take a look at all the Mario Kart games released on home consoles and handhelds, which includes Super Mario Kart, Mario Kart 64, Mario Kart Super Circuit, Mario Kart Double Dash, Mario Kart DS, Mario Kart Wii, Mario Kart 7, Mario Kart 8, and 8 Deluxe. I won't be covering the Mario Kart games released on arcades, Mario Kart Tour on mobile, or Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, since I don't consider them as mainline Mario Kart games. Also, I may make new videos in between this marathon, or I need to wait so that I can have proper equipment to record footage on other Mario Kart games, especially the handhelds. So don't expect this to just be Mario Kart all the time. Plus, I think it'd be fun for me to create something different so that it won't just be Mario Kart all the time, and some other games I feel like are worth talking about. So with that out of the way, let's take a look at Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, or SNES for short. Super Mario Kart was released on August 27, 1992 in Japan, September 1st that same year in North America, and January 21st, 1993 in Europe. The team wanted to make a racing game that was more casual than F-Zero's fast-paced racing gameplay, so they made a prototype that featured a man in a suit, throwing oil cans, and a banana. When the team pointed to the banana, they gave the thought of Donkey Kong. So the team decided to use Mario characters to give the game an identity, and that's how Super Mario Kart was born. The game itself sold over 8.7 million copies worldwide, making it the fourth best-selling game on the Super Nintendo, receiving 8s and 9s out of 10s, and pioneering the casual kart racing genre. My first experience with this game was probably playing it on the Masterpieces collection from Smash 4, but I was able to play the full game from the SNES Classic that I got in 2018, and that's the main source of the footage you're seeing in the video. I thought it was okay for a long time, nothing worth calling it the best Mario Kart game, but when I came back for this video, I have a different opinion on it. So with that out of the way, let's talk about the presentation. Graphically speaking, Super Mario Kart is a decent looking game. It doesn't compete with some of the best looking games on the system, like Donkey Kong Country Trilogy, Yoshi's Island, Mega Man Base, or some other games in 1992, but I think it looks okay enough. The sprite work looks fine enough, with some assets taken from Super Mario World, from the enemies, backgrounds, to the items. The characters look fine, but some of them look stretched, and Yoshi is always sticking his tongue out all the time for some reason. The tracks themselves have some okay ideas, with planes, ghost bridges, lava keeps, to even racing on rainbows. However, these ideas overstay their welcome as they repeat the same assets all the time. It's rather odd seeing the characters and the karts stand out from the races when the map is in a pseudo 3D environment. Overall, the game looks outdated, but it's fine on its own. The music of this game is alright, composed by Soyo Oka, who worked on arranging the classic 2D Mario games from Super Mario All-Stars on the SNES. She created a type of music that sounds unique for this game. There are some good tracks like Mario Circuit, Donut Plains, and Rainbow Road that sound good, while others are forgettable or repetitive. Also, this is the only game in the series where every character gets their own fanfare theme. So let's take a listen to some of the highlights. The sound effects aren't too bad, and they do fit well with the tone of being cartoony and expecting for what the Mario series is known for. So overall, the soundtrack is okay, and so are the sound effects. So now we can talk about the gameplay. Unlike its sequels, this game has its own quirks that aren't offensive but are worth bringing up regardless. The acceleration button is on the B button, the brake is on the Y, items use the A button, drifting is performed by using L or R, and pressing X would change the map of the rear view of yourself, and pressing it again would change it back. When playing the game, it feels more slippery than later installments of the series, such as drifting being situational with turning, but that can be overcome by skill, although not for the later courses. The cast of characters consists of Mario, Luigi, Peach, Yoshi, Toad, Bowser, Koopa Troopa, and a character that makes its only appearance in this game, unless you count Tour, Donkey Kong Jr. All of the characters have different stats, like Mario and Luigi being all around, Peach and Yoshi having the fastest acceleration, Toad and Koopa being the lightest, Bowser and DK Jr. being the heaviest and reaching top speed. I, for the most part, use Mario and Luigi just because they have the most balanced stats out of all of the cast for me. The courses in this game are okay for the most part. I get it has to do with how limited the hardware was for the time and it's pushing to its limits, but there's not a whole lot to discuss about the course design. There's lots of wide turns, and I think the drift is supposed to help out, but the drifting has a wide turn that makes it situational and leads to being off course more often. My solution is to slow down and make the turn, but this does not help with the higher difficulty and with a certain track I'll talk later. The items in this game are okay for the first outing, but I think it too has a problem. The item consists of banana peels, green shells, red shells, mushrooms, stars, boos, feathers, coins, and lightning bolts. Banana peels can be placed on the track, and if the racer slips on one, they spin out and cause them to stop in place and lose their speed. Green shells are projectiles that can go in a straight line and can bounce on a wall multiple times until they eventually break. Red shells are homing projectiles that are fragile and to target the racer in front of the racer that threw the shell and would hit them. In theory. In this game, red shells have a hard time targeting the racers because of the tech wasn't good to have a good homing system, so hope that you're close to the target to shoot them. Mushrooms give you a brief boost that can be used to off-road to make a shortcut. Stars give you invincibility and you're at top speed for a brief moment. Boosts make you invisible and invulnerable to attacks, while the boo will steal an item's opponent and if they have one. Feathers from Super Mario will let the racer jump in the air, which can lead to shortcuts. Lightning bolts shrink all other racers except for the user, making them lose their items and cut their top speed in half for a brief moment. And coins give you some coins. There are some items that only the computer player has access to and are inaccessible to the player character. Speaking about the computer player, the AI in this game cheats a lot. Not only the AI has items that the player can't have, but they always have an item more often than the player has gone, and spam it every 5 seconds. The AI is on a set path, meaning they perfectly make sharp turns at top speed at all times, which makes them hard to catch up consistently. So you have to deal with some clunky controls, some courses that feel a little cramped, and the AI cheats a lot, making it hard to consistently be in first in every race, especially when 100cc feels like a massive difficulty spike. Now, this is a skill issue that can be overcome, but after trying over and over to make first place and end up with nothing, I just had enough. But I decided to endure all of this so that I can unlock the special club. And to unlock it, I had to get a gold trophy in every cup in 50cc and 100cc. And to experience all of these games' cups. Little did I knew that this cup would infuriate me. Rainbow Road is without a doubt the worst course in Mario Kart history. While the other courses that are in the Special Cup are nothing too special to write home about, this course has everything I despise of this game. Narrow hallways, very sharp turns, flashy thwomps that can hurt you upon contact, very easy to fall off, and on top of all that, you have to make sure that you can reach first without making any mistakes. If you make one mistake, you might as well restart the race, but your lives are lower in this course because the previous courses are also not that fun, and then you have to do the entire cup all over again. Before I go, I have a confession to make. When I was getting more footage for the video, I noticed something about my playthroughs, that I was making very few mistakes than I did when I played this game for the first time or even a year ago. What I have experienced is what Gamer calls it, the Sega learning curve. How this phenomena is explained is that Sega, or any other game studios, makes a game that feels off to play at first and having weird design choices that puts off the player's first time experience. But those who come back to it and master all the game's quirks, they find it to be very replayable and lots of depth into it. The Sega learning curve is more of an acknowledgement of how we come to get used to games design rather than excusing it for having poor design. I do have my gripes on this game that I don't like, and certainly it's not a game that I'll be coming back anytime soon, but I did have some enjoyment out of what I've got, so with that we can go straight to the conclusion. As you can properly tell, I'm not a big fan of this game, and while I know that this game is the first game in the series, that doesn't mean I can give it a pass just because it's the first game in the series, as I hear a lot of that from other people that say that with other franchises. I take a look at a game's features and come to a conclusion that if the game holds up all this time and if I enjoy it regardless of its flaws, but by the tone of this video, I really didn't. Despite its flaws, this game is still sold very well to this point, to where it received the Player's Choice Award and even got many sequels, all because of this game. What I have said in this video is obviously my opinion and my experience with all this, and I wanted to share this with everyone, but don't let my opinion be your opinion, and you can share like what I did. Well, now that the review is over, I want to say that it's been a long journey to make this one video that is different from the others I have made in the past. I started production to this video since early 2021 and just now finished the video, and thank goodness it's over because I have lots of ideas for more videos and I can't wait to share you when they're all done. Now logically, to follow up, this video would have been Mario Kart 64, but I do have ideas on what I could do next so that I can have more variety in this channel. But time will tell if what could it be, and I do hope that I don't take another year to finish it. But until then, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.